as you can see, the team is fully decked out, right? Yesterday on stream, we needed to make about 5.3 million of upgrades with all these ghosts and things of that nature. We were able to get it done for about 4.5. How? That's what we're here to talk about in this video. Zero Chill Part 3 is here as well, which kind of helps doing this as well. Obviously, like if you have gazillions of coins like I do, this can even be better for you. But look, I'm going to talk about this method. We're going to look at the new cards, and then we're going to try to get into it and see if we can do it live. Let's get it.
Hey, ain't we been through it all? Then we sleep on them floors. Everybody we thought we needed, we don't need them no more. Run it up, check the score.
Okay, first things first, let's talk about the new cards today. CD Lamb, Creed Humphrey, they're the two best 95s. Why they're the two best 95s? Creed Humphrey gets identifier for 0 AP, which is a W. And CD Lamb gets short in elite for 0 AP, which is a W, which makes him one of three players, I think, Taysom Hill, Steve Smith, and CD Lamb, and also Cooper Kupp, that gets it, right? But because they get that, that makes them pretty expensive. Now, I've been doing this all morning, and my coins have kind of gone up and down, but they've mostly been up. By the way, Brady is him. If you need a quarterback, get Brady. That's all I'm saying. So if we look at centers, Creed Humphrey is going for over 700K, right? So with him going over 700K, we need to take advantage of that, right? And then also with CD Lamb is going over 700K, I believe. And I'll just check that to make sure. Or he's close to, I know he's at least close to 700K. Yeah, 770, which I probably should make those right now. But nevertheless, as you can see, I'm going to show my auction house too. What I've been doing, you see I have stocking stuffers on the block for 170. Now it takes 5 of those to make a CD Lamb, but 5 times 170, my math correctly, is about 850. So I'm actually making out more by selling those. And as you can see, I've had a couple sell. I sold a couple for 160, and I sold a couple for 170. Now, as you can see, you see where we get our profit from in terms of selling these. Let's get into the method. Now I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I always do. There's no method in terms of doing things. It's basically just open up zero chill packs, right? This is the method. Now, what makes this so viable is that zero chill in terms of a market is up in terms of the higher end. And what you can do, you can use these cards to build 95s Ghost if you want. And this is what I was doing yesterday. I was able to build, basically, I have a list here: Ryan Ramczyk, Julius Peppers, Marshawn Lynch, Herman Moore, Ray Nitschke, William Perry, Will Shields, Warren Sapp, for about 4.5 million, and on the auction house it would cost me about 5.3 to do all those, right? So essentially what you want to do with these is you want to open up packs, and instead of quick selling these, which is what we normally do, you can quick sell these to make training if you want. I was building not team builders, but stocking stuffers, selling those stocking stuffers. Now obviously today you can build stocking stuffers and make Creed Humphrey and make CD Lamb. Now what makes this so viable is you're going to pull 90s. You're going to pull 92s, right? And when you're pulling those, that obviously helps you in terms of building the other cards. Now, obviously, if you pull like a 94, 95 Ghost, that's absolutely fantastic. Yesterday on stream, we pulled 295 Charles Woodsons, which obviously helped us. Even if we didn't pull Charles Woodsons, we would have just broken even in terms of the 5.3, right? Now, obviously, these packs obviously are not going to showcase what I'm talking about, as they never do. But this is what I was doing. I was essentially rolling, opening up zero chill, vibing with the chat. And like I said, we was pulling 90s, we were pulling 92s. Thus far, we haven't pulled anything, which is terrible. But you guys get the point, right? You guys know how much of an advocate I am for these zero chill packs and how great they can and have been for me. And look, obviously, there's a 90, Donald Parham Jr., which, question, down below, Donald Parham Jr., tight end or middle linebacker for golden ticket? Which one we talking about? Which one we doing? I feel like the middle linebacker, with the right change of direction and everything, 0 AP lurker, probably would be one of the best defensive players of all time, right? But the problem is, I don't know if you guys have seen this. When I'm talking about 6'8", I have Harold Carmichael, which most people do. He plays terrible. 95 Taysom Hill. I thought it was an LTD, but you understand my point. This is why you will do this, because you can get cards like 95 Taysom Hill, which is 400K, which helps you. Big time pull 95 Taysom Hill. Woo! Let me I'm gonna screenshot that real quick, record what happened. We'll do last minute. So just in case. Oh, Woo, 90 Dexter Lawrence. I'm used to that Dexter Lawrence being the LTD. But obviously that's his 90 Dexter Lawrence. Now today, out of position cards, right? Most of them are golden ticket bait. We're going to see a lot of golden tickets basically from this out of position part. Then obviously when Ultimate Legends comes, usually their physical cards are out of position cards. So this could be one of the greatest years in terms of golden tickets, right? So we definitely will see. But 95 Taysom Hill is absolutely huge. So that essentially almost guarantees that we make profit just off of the 90 Taysom Hill alone, right? So if we just took the 90 Taysom Hill and nothing else, and then obviously once we make stocking stuffers and things of that nature, all we need to make Taysom Hill plus 4 stocking stuffers, because if stock stuffers are selling at 170, even at 160, 4 times 160 is 640, right? Is that 640? Yeah, 640 or 640. My math is right. So I mean, we'll make between Taysom Hill with 400K and then 4 stock stuffers. If that's all we make, if we don't pull any, that's 1 million coins. Not to mention all the 82s and 85s that we make. Twitch.tv/therealdatruthyadig. We will be doing this tonight as well, because I do want Creed Humphrey and I do want CeeDee Lamb too, because he gets 0 short in. But I don't know if even though I have 16 million, don't know if I want to pay 700K for him. I told you my max usually is 300K, but now that I got a little bit of cachet, I'm going to say 500K is the max I want to pay for a card. And that's basically what I did with all my ghosts yesterday, right? I basically got them all around 550, building them through here. So I'm happy with keeping those. So even if they drop to say 600, I could still sell them. 92 Kirby Joseph, 160K pool. I know for a fact because I just sold some ghost a little bit ago. And this is why I'm telling you guys to open it. Obviously, it takes some luck, right? These rolls outside of those 2 pools haven't been the greatest. They have not been the greatest. But with those 2 pools, that's essentially going to help us. And then, like I said, building sets and doing all that, that's essentially where we're going to thrive. We are going to thrive. So we got our Taysom Hill. We got our Kirby Joseph. Between those 2, that's 560K. With that being 560K, what we do with the rest of it is completely up to us. You can build CeeDee Lamb and sell, that way. Obviously, you can just sell the stock and stuff for straight up, which is what I'm trying to do. Because if I sell 5 at 170, like I told you guys, 90 Devin Lloyd, that's more than selling CeeDee Lamb at 770. Right? Because I got to take the tax down to 700K. Or if I do it for 570, I just got to take the tax, 5 at 170, I just got to take the 17K tax on each one, and I make out at 770 after tax. And that's if they sell, right? Obviously, depending on when you see this. But I think short end is going to keep CeeDee's price up, and also 0 IP identifier. I know a lot of people, I've always used it, but a lot of people value that. So that's going to keep Creed's price up. Like I said, I do want to cop Creed, which Creed, I'm glad I didn't buy Jason Kelsey yesterday. He was at 500K. Now he's at 300. And like I said, I'm probably not going to buy Jason Kelly. I'm probably just going to rock Creed, but you guys get my point, and you get what I'm saying with this. Now we need to get down to about 15.4 is 1 million in coins, and then we will go and see what we can make back and what we can build and stuff. Now we haven't gotten any stocking stuffers. Now usually if you pull a stocking stuffer, it's a W, because those are essentially 170 off the rip, right? And then like yesterday, if I was pulling stocking stuffers, I was essentially keeping them and building ghosts. If you pull a 94 ghost, that's a dope, because you can use that to pull build bigger ghosts, the 95 ghosts, because you need 2 types of stuffers and 194. And I know a lot of people say they open up the packs and don't pull anything, but I mean, only person who's probably ripped more packs of these is Samios than myself. And bro, I consistently pull heat and make coins. And what I tell you guys all the time, right? I expect to make back about 70% in like pack value. It's up to me as a content creator, as a person who knows the market, to make back the additional 30% to get my 100% back. And like I said, even with these, right, we're only getting 85s to 82s. You can do the 85 plus set. I actually pulled a 95 ghost out of the 85 plus set. That's a bit risky, but what I would advise, you can either exchange them up. You can also do team affinity players. Lane Johnson is going well over 200K. I was doing Lane Johnson and Nate Davis yesterday, both selling for about 240 a piece. But at the end of the day, you can just exchange up. If I was you, we'll check the sets. I would just exchange the 85 up to 90s. I know you're taking a bit of a loss, but in the end, you're making it back when you make the stocking stuffers. You get what I'm saying? So that's my point. Is at the end, can we get glitchy? 84 cam. Yes, by the way, that's Charles Woodson I pulled was in the 70 plus slot yesterday. Not even in the 0 chill slot. That's absolutely crazy. I was able to get that accomplished. So we got one more pack here. One more pack. Like, to be honest, these packs weren't good. These packs weren't good. And I always tell you guys, with the method, it depends if your packs are one of the worst packs, will you be able to make coins? Obviously, the Taysom Hill and the 92 pool helped, but you're going to get those. You're absolutely going to get those. And we didn't walk off with anything, but let's go check the sets and see how we can make this back. All right, so we're in the sets here. We're going to go to Zero Chill, right? We're going to go to Zero Chill, and we're going to go down to stocking stuffers. I'm just going to build, because I know they lazy sell at 170. You can get the 90s for around 55. That's 110. And then the 85s are around 7K piece. You're building a stocking stuffer, if we're talking about market value, right? Around 145. I'm selling them at 170. After tax, I'm getting like 153 back. So I'm making it's if I build them, if you buy them off the auction house, right? Obviously, we are doing it a bit different in terms of we're building it through sets. And of course, we can open up a lot of packs, and EA does this. Okay, we're back in the sets after that mishap. Like I said, I made that one stocking stuffer that y'all seen, but the pack didn't open. I already created that, so I got that in the binder. So we're sitting at 195, and we're sitting at this would be 392s. So essentially, out of those 3 cards, we made our coins back, right? And like I said, this is not taking into account all the other 85s or everything else that we're going to do in reference to this. So we've already made our coin. We should be able to make a couple more stocking stuffers, at least one more. We should be able to make at least one more. Now, at the end of the day, you can obviously, if you want, see, now this is what I'm talking about. You see how we only have 4 out of 6? We need 2 90s, right? What I would advise doing is just, you can either go buy them off the auction house, but my binder is so full. I want to get these 85s out. I'm just going to make 2 more 90s out of these 85s. Is it the most conventional thing to do? Probably not, but it's here. So I'm going to do it. Just make the 85s. This will give me 1 more. So we'll have, what, 4 92s and then the 95. So we essentially made profit out of $1 million. You know, we probably profit about 120K. Not to mention, like I said, all the 82s, which, like I said, I'll show you guys with the 82s what I would be doing. Even with these 85s, if you don't have the 90s, what I will be doing, I'll be doing 88 team builders, making the team builders, putting them into Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson is selling for like 220K. Nate Davis is taking a hit today, but he was down before and then he fluctuated back up. So I would take a look at that. But for some reason, Lane Johnson is over 200K. Team builders usually can make for like 3,500. So 3,500 times 6, you know, if my mask is about 210. So you're essentially getting the same value, but you don't have to sell 6 cards. You just have to sell 1, right? So we'll do this again, 1 more stocking stuffer, and I can probably do it again, to be honest, and I probably will, just to get 1 more stocking stuffer. Because then, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm gonna sell these individually or try to sell them for 170 because it makes more sense for me to sell them at 170 instead of like building CD Lamb. If they were like 140, I would get it because that would be like 700K. But at 170, you know, it's basically 850 I'm getting for selling 5. After tax, I get back like 760. So like I said, I'm gonna do this again. I just want to show you guys the raw and unedited things of what I do and how I make coins and stuff of that nature. Because a lot of people open up packs and like all the packs are crap. Sometimes the packs, from the eye, like from the naked eye, they will seem crap, but then obviously this is how you make your coins back, is going through sets and doing all these specific things. Like I said, I know this could be bad value because it's about 8 of these I think it takes to do a 90, which 8 and these 85s go for about, like I said, about 7 to 8K. So it's about 64K or 55K to make it, and you can get 90s off the auction house for about 55, 56. But in order to save time, I don't mind shorting myself 7K here to make me 20K, 30K elsewhere. Y'all get what I'm saying? So like, this is why I'm doing this. And like I said, it's gonna essentially help me out because I'm gonna have, and I want to do all of this and show you everything that I do into getting to this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see how many 85s I got left and see how many more stocking stuffers I can make. Once I do all that, we'll go to the binder in the finality and look at everything and see how much we made back, and then we'll go from there. So we're in my binder. I didn't run out of 85s, but I didn't want to keep going because I could have kept exchanging my 88s and all this stuff up. As you can see, if we go to, where is my, we're at 0 chill, so it's actually not going to show. My bad. I need to go all. That's my fault. If we actually look and see what I start. So now remember, all this as well I pulled, but we're not even going to focus on those, right? We're going to focus on the big pulls. So we got a 95 Taysom Hill. Remember, we risk $1 million, so 95 Taysom Hill is 440. So after tax 400. So he's 440, right? I know for a fact I can lazy sell the Ghost of Madden for 160, and then we came out with 4 additional stocking stuffers and 2 90s. You guys seen me sell stocking stuffers for 170, so that's what 170, 280, 560 plus these 90s I can lazy sell for like 60k. So 120 plus another 580, that's 700, plus another 160, that's 860, plus another 440, that's 1.3 million. Out of 1 million coins. I rest my case, boys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, not to mention everything else we pulled with the 82s and all the other stuff that I didn't put up, right? I appreciate you, boys. I'm signing out. Maha salute. Deuces.